Hey folks, Brandon here with the Real Estate CPA. We previously covered the question, should you put rentals in a corporation? And the answer, of course, was never. Now we're gonna ask why. Why can't we put rentals in a corporation? What are the downsides? So one of the big downsides is that if you're trying to transfer appreciated property into a corporation, you're probably going to have a taxable gain upon transferring that property into the corporation. If that property is encumbered by like a liability, by a note, by a mortgage, and the corporation guarantees it or takes that mortgage off of your plate, that's debt relief to you, which can also result in taxable income. So if we're not transferring property into a corporation, when we buy property already within the corporation, it's really not that big of a deal. Like there's not a lot of downsides. Just to use my C corporation to buy an office building or something, there's not a lot of downsides there. But there will be downsides when it comes time to sell. So we can't move property out of a corporation without it becoming a taxable event. And that's true for S corporations and C corporations. So once it's in the corporation, it's stuck. You can't move it out. And that's why we want more flexibility. And that's why we always advocate that you use LLCs rather than any form of corporation to hold your real estate, whether it be a rental real estate or not. The other downside to having real estate inside of a corporation is the estate tax. So when you have a corporation, you get a stepped up basis. Like if you were to pass away, you get a stepped up basis in the corporation stock, or your heirs do. But you don't get a stepped up basis in the actual asset that the corporation owns. So that means that your heirs could get a stepped up basis in the corporation, but the corporation then goes and sells the asset or the real estate that it owns. And it still has to pay tax, even though they've got a stepped up basis in that corporation. Now, there's a couple things, like if it's an S corporation and it's a liquidating distribution, then you might not have tax. But in general, it really hurts us to have real estate in a corporation from an estate planning standpoint, because your heirs get a stepped up basis in the corporation's stock and not in the corporation's assets. Hit us up at therealestatecpa.com if you need any help with this. But again, never, ever put real estate inside a corporation.